Honey bunny, I'm home.
Mandy, you're back. You weren't supposed to be back till tomorrow.
Yes, I know. But I got the deal yesterday, and I was so excited I caught the red-eye back to Bombay.
You clinched the deal?
I did. The network have agreed to commit to 100 hours of software. The thing is, it's got to be in English. None of this arty-farty experimental stuff. I've got so much to tell you, Prithvi. They loved your concept. But we've got to do a pilot, like today.
That is the most exciting news I've heard in the last 32 years.
More exciting than the bimbo you just spent the night with.
What?
Don't tell me, Prithvi. You've taken to carrying women's accessories.
That's Shama's bag.
Ah, that's Shama. What was the line you gave me? Just good friends, right?
She needed a place to stay last night.
Preferably with a male body, to keep her company, right?
Amanda.
Hi, honey. How's the husband-stealing business going these days? Oh, God. That good, huh?
You're just misreading all of this, Amanda.
Like all the other times I misread it, Prithvi. You confessed to me. You admitted to me that you were unfaithful all through the first years of our marriage. I come home and catch you practically red-handed with this bitch. And you're shameful enough to try to deny it.
Watch your mouth, woman.
You watch your hands. They've been all over my husband, haven't they? Well, I'm gonna make sure they don't get him or anyone else ever again. I'm gonna kill you for this.
Good luck.
Get off
Mandy,
me!
stop it! Stop it, Mandy!
Bastard! How could you? In our own house, our own bed.
Look, I told you you're misreading this entire thing. Shama and I are just good friends.
That's why she's wearing one of your gowns, is it? Look,
Mandy, Mandy, you better cool off or I'm gonna get really mad.
You're gonna get mad, are you? That's fit coming from you.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm getting out of here. You'd like that, going for good.
That's not what I meant.
I'm not leaving you this time, Prithvi. I'll be at the hotel. This place stinks too much for my liking. Oh, and if you want to know about the deal of a lifetime I've just wrapped up in LA, you can come to me there. As for you, I'll see you later.
The son's another story. He's bright, Harvard-educated, and itching to turn the company by its ear. Do business the 90s way.
The son's Sumit Malhotra.
Right.
I think I can handle him. Media was always my strong point.
Good. Besides, he's young. A friendly approach might be more appropriate.
What do you mean, friendly approach?
The usual whining and dining.
Am I misinterpreting this, Shiv, or are you asking me to jump into bed with the clients I service?
What? Jump into bed? How could you ever think I would ever ask you to? You must be joking.
Look, I'm not that out of touch. I know the bigger agencies like the ones we worked for wouldn't stoop to levels like this, but then here you're running your own show. It's tough for a small agency. Look, I just want to clear up things up front, okay?
Vinita, how could you ever think of such a thing?
I just want you to know that yes, I need the job, but not that badly.
All I was trying to say was that a dinner meeting from time to time helps. People tend to relax out of their offices and boardrooms. Is that asking for too much?
Look, Shiv, men misunderstand when a female executive asks them out to dinner. And dinner means alcohol. Alcohol means looser tongues, lowered inhibitions, and that usually leads to trouble.
Okay. Dinner meetings cancelled forever. Vinita, I think this marriage with Aakash has really toughened you up. You weren't such a hard negotiator before.
I guess I've learned the hard way that you have to spell out everything you want. Nobody hands over anything to you on a platter. You have to fight for every little thing.
Not with me.
I'm sorry, but I just wanted to make sure that we both knew where we stood.
Vinny, I respect your point of view. I think you're just the kind of person I need to talk business with my clients.
I'm glad we see eye to eye. I guess I'll get started on those calls.
There's one more thing. I had a cash crunch recently and had to sell part of our shares to one of our clients. He'll be coming here this week. I'll introduce you to him.
Who's the client?
DMR Industries, Ashok Mathur.
Look, Prithvi. Yes, I know you have problems, Prithvi. I don't care what problems you have in the matter, Prithvi. Don't you get it? You were supposed to be here to share this job with me. I mean, I didn't leave my law practice in Toronto to become this interior decorator of this warehouse in India, for God's sake, Prithvi. Yes, I expect you here. Yeah, hold on a second, there's another call coming in. Yes, hello? Pavan Sarkar?
Papan, how's my favorite stepson?
Your only stepson, Sharmila.
Beta, I have some bad news and some good news. Which would you like to hear first?
The good news?
Your Dadu passed away early this morning.
You call that good news?
Well, he was 78 and suffering so terribly. I think in a way it was relief.
What's the bad news?
Remember I told you that he had amassed this huge fortune thanks to his wise investments in lands and property? And that he was almost certain to leave most of it to me? Because after all, I was the only one who had taken the trouble to spend so much time with him in the last few months.
Yeah, Sharmila, hang on a second, I have a call on the other line. Yeah, Prithvi, another thing about Shama and she wanting me to fight that custody battle for her. Just tell her that I'm very wary of domestic law. I'm not equipped for it, especially not in India. Yeah, I'll speak to you when you get here. You bloody well get here, Prithvi. Okay, I have Sharmila on the other line. I'll speak to you when you're here. Bye. Yes, Sharmila. So, how much richer will you be?
Me, darling. Oh, I'm very rich thanks to your father's generosity. No, it's you I'm talking about.
Me?
Pavan, the bad news is your Dadu left you a huge inheritance. Much larger, in fact, than the one he left your father or me.
I see. Thanks.
So Pavan, I'll send you the car tomorrow evening at 5 sharp to pick you up. Okay. See you then, darling. And you're staying with me only, huh? Bye.
Madam, this gentleman wants to see you.
Ah, the lawyer. Send him in, send him in.
Miss Wilson?
Mrs. Sarkar, I'm John. We spoke on the phone.
Yes, of course. Please sit down. What will you have? Thanda?
A cup of coffee would be nice.
Oh, please. I'm so bad at negotiating things. Close it. Tell me something. You worked in the same firm as Pavan in Toronto, right?
You already know that, Mrs. Sarkar. That's where you contacted me to make me the job offer.
You have a very good memory, I can see. Too good, in fact. That's exactly what I wanted to forget. Then I contacted you and asked you to come here on a retainership.
Don't need to forget this. Not tell anyone how you hired me.
That is not.
No problem, Mrs. Sarkar. After all, you're paying my fees.
Yes, that's very good.
You're afraid that Pavan will be upset if he finds out you hired me to represent your interests, as well as his and his grandfather's estate settlement case.
It's better he doesn't know how we met.
But he and I are bound to meet soon, Mrs. Sarkar. And you're well aware of the fact that he and I weren't the best of friends back in Toronto.
Darling, that is exactly why I hired you.
I don't understand.
John, Pavan is my very dear stepson. But this last minute change in the will has upset me quite a bit.
You're referring to the codicil, where he changed the earlier clauses.
I gave the lion's share of the property to Pavan. After all those months I spent by the old man's bedside with that foul smell and... It's quite unfair.
I agree.
So tell me, what is the legal position on this? I mean, the old man was sick, dying. Is this last minute change valid?
Basically, what it comes down to is this. How badly do you want that inheritance?
I deserve it.
And how far are you willing to go to get it?
As far as I have to.
Even if that means a legal battle with your own stepson?
John, I did not create this fight. But after I found out what old Dadu had done, I said to myself, Sharmila, there is a time for being nice, and there is a time for fighting. And this is a time to fight for what is rightfully yours.
Then, Mrs. Sarkar, you picked exactly the right lawyer to pit against Pavan. in this fight.
I've been trying to get you on the phone all day.
I've been sharing the phone with my landlady right now. She has these half-hour conversations.
Why did you leave so suddenly that day? Mohan was quite puzzled by your attitude.
My attitude?
Well, he said you were quite brusque.
And what about your behavior with him?
My behavior?
Well, you two seem to be having a great time.
Aakash, Mohan's an old friend. We've done so many films together. We were just chatting. We're quite close.
Closer than I thought.
What's the matter with you? Why are you behaving like this?
Look, Varsha, I don't want to argue about anything. I just came here to tell you that maybe we won't be able to meet for some time.
Why? What's happened?
Vinita is going through with the divorce.
Then where's the problem?
It's Ayush. Vinita and I have agreed to share custody of him. It's nothing legal, just an informal arrangement.
That's what you wanted. How does this affect us?
Don't you get it? One of the reasons Vinita has cited for divorce is infidelity.
She's accusing you of having an affair with me?
Yes, Varsha Patil. Who else?
Why are you so upset?
I damn well will be upset. If you hadn't followed me to Goa like a lovesick fool, I wouldn't be going through all this right now.
Aakash, you said your marriage was on the rocks before our reunion.
Yes, but it was still a marriage. Now it's a divorce.
And you're blaming me.
Look, all I want to say is that at least now, stay out of my life.
Stay out?
Please.
Aakash, how can you say that? You told me that once you and Vinita split up, you would be able to take a decision about us. You promised.
I promised.
Well, maybe not in so many words. But you said that you would do this. You said that once you were free of your emotional entanglements with her, you would be able to think more clearly about us.
And I am thinking more clearly. Maybe for the first time in my life.
Aakash, why can't we see each other? I mean, we don't have to rush into a commitment or anything. We can take this one step at a time. After all, we're not strangers, are we?
Varsha, it was different back at MII. We were young. We were immature. We just got carried away.
Okay, so we're mature now. We won't make the same mistakes.
You're a film actress, Varsha. It's a crazy profession. I don't know if I can live with anyone whose job is romancing different men day in and day out, and then even getting friendly with directors and producers.
You're talking about Mohan, that was just...
I'm talking about your profession.
Aakash, you know the kind of films I do. I don't strip and seduce men.
Look, Varsha, I'm not asking you to sacrifice anything for me. Ayush is going through a very difficult time now and he needs me. And the last thing either he or I need is for you to give Vinita's accusations even a shred of credibility.
Okay. Okay, we'll lie low until the divorce is over. But after that?
We'll see about that later. I don't think I want to get involved for some time.
Some time, Aakash?
Look, Varsha, let's not argue. I have to go and pick up Ayush from Vinita's. Remember, don't call me or come over.
You'll call me?
We'll see.
Soda?
Charmed. Aren't you afraid, Tanaz, that your husband might find out about this?
Do I look like the sort of wife who's afraid of her husband?
You don't look like anybody's wife to me at all.
I'll take that as a compliment.
So what is this? Pleasure or business?
Is there a difference? I thought you enjoyed your work.
Oh, I do. And some assignments more than others.
What about the work you do for Ashok?
I think I'll pass on that one.
You're an exceptionally intelligent man for your profession.
Tanaz, let's get to the heart of the matter. You may not be afraid of your husband, and I certainly am not. But I'd rather not get in the middle of any marital dispute.
Okay. Varsha Patil,
The film actress?
the woman. And she has something I want.
Tanaz, I don't do Vasuli ka kaam, your recovery assignments.
You won't have to. I'll do the taking.
So what is it that you want me to do?
Well, she's very hard to Aakash. And like all good actresses,
She's led him into believing that he needs her.
And you don't think that he does.
I think he deserves better.
And I'm sure you know who he deserves.
Me.
And thus, you always get what you want.
Always.
And this time, you want me to deliver Aakash to your clutches.
No. What I want you to do is untangle him from...
And obviously in doing so, you wouldn't want Aakash damaged in any manner. So I'll have to operate from Varsha Patil's side, right?
Let's just say she's much too obsessed with Aakash. And any woman madly in love with him is just too difficult for any man to resist. So basically, all you have to do is take her mind off Aakash.
Tanaj. Whenever a woman is obsessed with a man, even if you separate them for a couple of days, she'll go right back to him after that. And I have neither the time nor the inclination to babysit her all the time.
You won't have to. Just take care of her. Once and for all.
So, do you like your new school?
It's not like Goa.
I know it's not like Goa. Do you like it?
No, I don't like it.
Well, you've only been here a couple of weeks. Maybe after some time. Yeah?
Dad,
Yes, son.
why did you leave Mommy and me?
You know, sometimes when you have a fight in school with your friends, you become katti. Well, grown-ups have fights too, and they become katti.
Dad, you become Bhatti? Huh, Dad?
Hi, Aakash. Hi, Piyush. Gosh, you look so smart in that uniform. See what I brought you. Ayush?
What did you expect? That he would welcome you with open arms?
Did I say something wrong?
You didn't have to say something, Varsha. He's a smart kid. He knows that Vinita and I breaking up had something to do with you. He remembers that when you came to Goa, you, I, and Vinita had that marathon discussion after which his life just hasn't been the same again.
I didn't mean to destroy your family, Aakash.
Yes, I know. You were only thinking about yourself, weren't you? You didn't stop to think about anybody else. Anyway, that's all over and done with now.
Is he still very cut up about the breakup?
No, he's so happy, he can't stop laughing. What do you think, Varsha?
I'm so sorry, Aakash. Is there anything I can do?
Yes, there is. You can open that door, get out, and stay out.
I just came...
I don't give a shit what you came about. All I know is that you've done enough damage to our lives already. And now, for God's sake and Ayush's sake, leave us alone.
You can't shut me out like this.
And by the way, say hi to Mohan.
Aakash, there's nothing between Mohan and me. You know that.
Yes, I know that. Just about a millimeter of fresh air. That's about it. Bye, Varsha.